Why did you decide to take a look at this recommendation for these two new departments?
Well, anytime a government recommends creating a new department, especially one that would require a cabinet secretary, there's costs involved with that. You have executive staff, you also have the cost with creating the office, and so it warranted looking into.
Now let's start with information technology. You looked at that proposal, and what did you find?
Well, interestingly, every agency or department in North Carolina state government has an information technology division or area within it. And so if we take all of that and put it together, it's actually over $1.5 billion. And so they're all operating independently. So normally when a company would contract for, say, a software, they would say, here's the whole company, let's contract with Microsoft and we'll get a bid. The state doesn't do that. Each individual agency or department would operate in that bid. And so I saw that creating a Department of Information Technology would actually lower those bureaucratic barriers and actually propose some potential cost savings to the state.
So that might be a good idea. What about Veterans Affairs?
Veterans was a little bit different. So the state offers a number of programs for veterans, mostly funded through the federal government, but we also have some state-funded programs. And some of those programs are very specific in nature. So we have some substance abuse programs that are run through Health and Human Services. We have some special scholarship and educational programs run through the UNC system or community colleges. We also have their pension fund, which is run through the Treasurer's Office. So to a point, we can put all of the Veterans Affairs and military type programs together, but some of them are so specific, like the ones I mentioned, they're going to have to stay where they are. So I didn't see creating a department for Veterans Affairs was necessary because the ability to make them all located within one department is just impossible.
And in that case, you think that perhaps there might be a new division under an existing department?
Exactly. The National Guard is currently in public safety, and since the National Guard does have veterans and military type issues that they work with, it would make sense to house the rest of the state's military and veterans affairs operations, in that same department, so that way they can be close together, maybe work together, and they'll have similar uses. And so I suggested moving the Veterans Affairs programs out of the Department of Administration into public safety just because the likeness with the National Guard makes sense.